Welcome to the Fantasy Pavilion, your home for fantasy sports.
Welcome, guys. Welcome back to the Fantasy Pavilion, your home for fantasy sport. And of course, we are here to discuss F1. The Canadian GP is this. Hey, look at this stranger. Wait, welcome, Antonio. Long time no see, man. Grinding these days. Where are you going?
Yeah, right. Good.
Nice to see you. Thanks for jumping through. Well, all right, guys. So, as you know, the Canadian GP is this weekend. Before we get into the nitty gritty and whatnot, we of course have to talk about this. So this Sunday we'll be back again at Island Bay. And as far as what we're doing a live watch along there from location. So if you guys free, want to come to bring that, show you what F1 is, or maybe that is a big F1 fan, bring him down. We have some specials as well for that. So bring him through. And we'll see you guys there. If not, join us in the comments please while we go through another exciting F1 race. So this is round 9, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, as I said, it's the Canadian GP. I do not know how to pronounce that. I just say the Villeneuve, right? The Gilles de Villeneuve, right? Of course, in Montreal. This is the first time in 3 years that F1 will be back in Canada. And this track is very similar to the Azerbaijan track, where there's some high speeds, right? And of course, we have to be careful. There's 2 DRS zones as well. And that's the best I can give you. We have no Michael tonight to give you the best breakdown, but of course the length of the lap, right, is 4.36 kilometers. Lap record here was last held by Antonio's favorite racer, Bottas, 1 hour 13 0.78. So not bad at all. 1 minute, so I say no 1 minute. Starting time, fastest, total number of laps, 70 laps. Nice long one as compared to the others. The last one was 51 laps, I believe. So this one is 70 laps. So we have a nice, exciting race. Hopefully in store, a nice long one. So this track was built in 1967. The first Grand Prix here was in obviously 1978. And so again, we have a fast low downforce circuit, right? So again, similar to Azerbaijan. And there's a lot of heavy braking. So we expect a lot of hairpin corners, and there's going to be a lot of heavy braking. So hopefully people like Latifi and whatnot could, hold their own and not be crashing into corners. And of course, as you guys know, race day normally starts, of course, on Friday. So Friday will be, let's come down here. Friday, our practice time is 8 a.m. Jeez and knees, that's very early. And then of course, race time is 2 p.m. on Sunday, right? So Antonio, how was last week with the fantasy?
I mean, I had to drive Perez, and like that was the only thing that saved.
That helped out, yeah. That will help out.
That's it.
If it wasn't for that, I would have been on like 20 points.
Well, you heavy load on Ferrari, or?
Yeah, I have Ferrari constructor and 2 Ferrari drivers.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. I brought back in Sunday actually.
I'm bringing up my team now.
Yeah, because when I was looking at the results, like everyone who like on top of the leagues, everyone have Ferrari, and like their score this week was like in the 60s and 70s or so much. So, like if you went heavy on Ferrari, it wasn't too good.
So. Yeah, definitely wasn't too.
I had split between I had 2 Ferrari drivers and 2 Red Bull drivers. So it kind of work out a little bit. But again, I just hit in midpoint straight through. So
I'm trying to get the standard. Right, so as I said, so practice 1, my mistake, practice 1 is 2 p.m., practice 2 is 5 Friday, and then Saturday 1 o'clock and a 3:30. So the 3:30 is pre-qualifying, and then 1 o'clock is the practice, and of course, as I said before, the race itself 2 p.m. So a very ungodly time, a time like we here on this side of the world could appreciate and be ready.
yeah, when you go to watch it in Island Bay, you could actually enjoy a drink after lunch.
For sure.
It's not like a
So-
breakfast drink.
No, a proper drink, right? But no orange juice. We drink it something proper at that time.
Yeah.
I want to bring up the standings real quickly here. So far, so we'll see who going good so far. And when you think about so far, Max, Ferrari, real messing up the South by Antonio way.
Yeah, they're shooting this off in the leg right through. I think Red Bull fixed their lineup. Twix that they were talking about. They have a car that's durable now, and Max looking real good. I want to bring Max in my team. I just don't know how.
But my problem with my only problem and concern is that I find it being harsh with Perez because I find Perez has been really solid. But these team orders, boy, real messing them up, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Because they I don't know Kevin if you know Kevin. So what did do Kevin? If let's say Perez, like last race, Perez will be ahead.
Yeah.
What they do now, they'll come on, but they didn't do it this time. They didn't come on the radio because I think they said it before the race. So what they'll just come on the radio and say, hey, you had a yield, Max,
Yeah, let Max so you can get more podiums, you get higher points to secure that first place here.
Nonsense. That is trash. But if you look at these standings here, you're seeing, right? If you look at the standings here. So Max, of course, so 150 points for Max, 129 for Perez, 116 for Leclerc. Now, Leclerc, I never vexed with Leclerc. His team is trash. George Russell up there with 99, Carlos Sainz with 83, Lewis Hamilton 62, Lando Norris 50, Valtteri Bottas with 40, Esteban Ocon with 31, Pierre Gasly rounding off the top 10 with 62. So not too bad.
So everything you hit so far, I make changes this week and it touch on everything of that. Everything I say so far. In my team change. So
Yeah. If you make it team was in the top 10 here, I think it should be okay, but it have some, surprise guy like
yeah, I brought in 2 surprise guys. I find they get a little more consistent. Who's that? Alonso and one of the Aston Martin drivers.
How to be Vettel?
Yeah, I think it's Vettel, yeah.
how do you
Vettel.
better?
Vettel looked good. Vettel looked good in the last 2 races. And
Yeah.
He's the hard guy to pass. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so those 2, I brought 2 of them in actually this week.
with this Canadian GP, he has a great record in this track.
Right.
Good. That's music to my ears right now.
Right, and of course the constructor standings. Well, so of course 279 for Red Bull, Ferrari 199, Mercedes 161, McLaren 65, 47 for Renault, 41 for Alfa, 27 for AlphaTauri, Haas 15, Aston Martin 15, and Williams rounded off with 3. Now, I want you all to look at something. See, they won't see it. You have to watch it really good to see it. So Ferrari is powered by Ferrari, obviously. Alfa Romeo powered by Ferrari.
The Ferrari,
Haas
yeah.
powered by Ferrari. Or most of four of the DNFs that occurred. So it was Sainz, Leclerc,
Magnus.
Sainz Leclerc. I can't remember the other names quickly, but those are the guys that got DNF, right, from the Azerbaijan race. They all were powered by Ferrari. Right? So
Yeah.
all the Ferrari powered cars with Ferrari engines. Right? So look at here. So sorry, wrong one. But they all got all of them that DNF were all Ferrari powered cars. So that's something to look out for, to think about, to consider, to remember, right? So Sainz, Leclerc, Kevin Magnussen, and Shaw. So all of them they have front of Ferrari powered engines. So that's something to just keep in mind, right? Because it was very curious how all of them just power off and nothing, right? So I know Antonio, that were you affected by that? You have plenty Ferrari man, I said.
Yeah, I have 2 Ferrari men and the constructor. So
Yeah, I just had 2 Ferrari, man, but the Red Bull pulled me up. So I still get over the 100 mark. So,
Yeah, but I like
that was alright.
I think that Kevin Magnussen, boy, I don't know what to do with K-Mag anymore.
Well, let's look at the track real quickly now, just to give us an idea of what we could expect and who might benefit from the shape of this track. Because again, we know that we are no experts now, Antonio, but we know the best defenders now, and we know the guys that are decent on streets, right? And we know the best safety car, Alonso. So
To be honest,
he might have some joy here on this track because there are a lot of streets.
I feel like if Ferrari get their car right, and this track in particular, they go do well because they have a faster.
Right.
But I still feel like Red Bull have this they gonna have the upper hand in this track because they look the most comfortable in them streets and those streets. Mercedes look decent, but you could see their car was like Hamilton was complaining about his back, and you could see.
Yeah, so as soon as they get the speed, he was purposing plenty. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I just said that, Antonio. Did you see how we had to get out of the car? That was. You saw it, Antonio?
I didn't saw, but I heard people here use come heard you
Yeah, did you see how we had to roll out of that car? That I felt, wow. I'm sure Max and all wins watching that, and that is Max, right? I'm sure Alonso and all wins.
That's when you have to go out of bed on a Saturday morning to go on the road.
Bro, it's nice to worse than that, but I understand me. But I watching him do that, and I'm like, no. Because again, as Kevin rightly said, the purposing. Now remember, the purposing is going at 303 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, it's getting more violent when you get faster. Yeah.
No, 80, right? Yeah. 303. And when we see it from our vantage, watching the TV, it looking like this.
Yeah.
But when they show the driver's vantage,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I felt real sorry for him. I don't know, like Ferrari would have been someone that would have been super concerned about that. Always talks about the well-being of the drivers. Right?
Did McLaren fix their braking problem in the end, or?
Well, boy, we haven't seen anything as yet. But
yeah, because I'm watching after the end of that straight, that stop at the end there.
Yeah.
I don't know if there will be problems for anybody with braking problems.
Well, let me see. So sector 1 here. So 1 into 2 is an interesting bend here, and it is a nice street coming down to 1, 2. So little bend there coming into 3. Some interesting corners. Now as I was breaking it down before, there's some blind corners. I want to say blind corners. So I think this is where we will have some. The start will definitely be very interesting, right, for us to see. Let's assume Leclerc has been in good form in qualifying, Antonio. So let's assume Leclerc on top, right? So Leclerc starts first, and he'll be followed by the Red Bull boys, right? So let's assume Leclerc and of course Max, right? I'm not doing it in any particular order or any bias, but anyway. So we're coming down the road. Leclerc have to have his own, because if you saw the overtake that Perez hit him in like the first few seconds of the last race, it was a nice, beautiful overtake, and they have a decent little straight before they get into the bend, and it was similar to the Azerbaijan. There was a start, and then he got him just before the bend and took him over. So let's say 3 and 4 will be very interesting. 5, okay, is a little one. And then some interesting corners. There's a nice straight all the way up to 8, right? Approaching our DSR zone 2 between 9 and 10. A decent straight again is a nice, interesting bend. That bend there on 10 looks like a decent overtaking bend. Coming down now, 13, 12, nice straight all the way to 12 to 13, 14. To the end there, looks like a nice straight again all the way to 1, just like the Azerbaijan track. There's a nice straight at the castle run there. So I think this will be a decent race. I think the fellas that I'll be looking at though, Antonio and Kevin, are the men that are one of the best defenders. George is a great defender. Perez is a great defender. Alonso is a good defender. He's good on the street. Vettel is good on the street. Even Ricardo, I want to say might be decent, but again, some of those guys are called they are not the best fantasy assets for now. So we have to be very cautious then who we, willy-nilly jumping out on. But I like this. I like the look at this track, and this is the start of a few tracks that are not street tracks. These are proper circuits. So it's very interesting to see how the hybrid cars do on these circuits. Right before we jump into the fantasy, Antonio, we had to do this real quickly. Really quickly. Talk to me, Kelvin. I if you want to be go start us off, and then if you want to start off, we think we podium 1, 2, 3 or 3, 2, 1.
1, 2. I think 1, 2 will be Red Bull.
All
So
right,
Max
right.
then Perez, yeah. And then 3, I'll go with Sainz instead of Leclerc in third.
Science. All right. Interesting. Antons?
It's not kind of tough.
Exactly.
I mean, my choices was mainly because of my team, but still.
Because last week, Antonio, we predicted that Leclerc would DNF and Max would DNF, and well, you get halfway now.
Yeah,
But
fine.
this one, I know. This one, because as I say, it's not a straightforward track, decent track. It's a
The
proper
only way
circuit
I
track.
can see Max not finishing a race at the moment is if he get run off the road. If he's spun out, that's it.
Yeah,
Well,
you have too
not
much of a
just
streak going on that's staying on the track.
They have a good car. You can see they can't finish in the races.
Yeah, correct. Well, it's a long race, and we've seen long races give them some issues. It's 70.
No, but then the 70, but it's a shorter lap.
Yeah,
Like-
shut up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, lap short, lap rush short. Yeah, correct.
but
That's why it's 70. That's why it's 70.
to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
Agrin, Max first. Leclerc and Perez. Yeah.
Max Perez. I go in. Well, yeah, all our changes Russell. So Max Perez and Russell. Because Perez, no matter what, Perez will be forced to not finish first. They'll tell him they can't finish first. So we can't get what we want. So
Unless Max don't make podium, then Perez will.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
the only way Perez winning is if Max DNF, sadly, because he will have team orders. And Max not going through that. Max is Israel's thing, so he ain't going through that. Alright, taking that. Right, let's bring up the fantasy stuff real quickly. I wasn't too upset with myself last week. The only thing I would say, I'll keep guys, they have to be patient in this because you never know what could happen. And some of the guys that I had that I was still taking rid of made some points. So Gasly did really well last race. Alonso did well. So there were some decent showings from unusual suspects. So this was me last week. So team 1, 169, 165 from team 2.
Yeah, some good scores though.
Yeah,
So
boy, I
Max
wish our score was that much, yeah.
Well, I mean, a good score for me on this is 200 because that's what I'm making on average. I want 200 every game, but you can't get out.
Yeah, I know making that 200, and I'll keep him at his mid-table right now.
I want that 200. But as I say, I'm not betting some of the changes that I make. Because some of the guys that I brought in, like Alonso, I told you about Alonso for wildness, and it come out good, right? If I say about Vettel, I'll get more, right? I'll get 6 points more. But I just want to go on you just as a cheapness. So and Ganu were doing good in qualifiers recently, yeah? So I was like, all right, let me go with them. Red Bull constructor can't go wrong, Perez can't go wrong at all. Team 3, Team 3 was a real track. No, remember Team 3 does better, but the real struggle. Sainz and stuff, Leclerc was lucky Leclerc still made points. Romero, constructor, that's it with that Bottas. So getting a little job as well. But yeah, I'm not happy with McLaren because all of us I'm do stick with McLaren kind of constructors, but McLaren doing the thing. Norris and at least Norris or Ricardo either in the top 10 or doing something, so I stick in with them. Big one. I'm not I ain't too upset with them. What we can say again. For this weekend, or I say this race, I'm looking at Alonso, I'm looking at George. I think George will be real key in this because he's very good at defending. It's just that the
Yeah,
car.
I like how George playing too. I want to bring
Yeah,
him in somehow.
yeah. You can see the huge difference though in the cars, especially between Mercedes and Red Bull, because George is just not catching up to them at all. If Red Bull is behind you, you're dead. No matter what, you're dead. They will come and catch you. But Russell behind them, you're safe. And Russell was safe in fourth as well. So I mean, territory. So very, very interesting to see how we come out. Vettel as well, because again, it's a nice street. So once particular, some of the key guys maneuver those corners well and they survive. I think they could be. I think Bottas will come and reclaim his fifth, and I think qualifying should be okay. Should be straightforward. Hopefully, I'm very, very interested in, as I say, Alonso. I'm very interested in even Leclerc. But again, these cars are not holding out and surviving the 70 laps. So let's see what they could do. Antonio, any key strategies, any plans for this weekend?
Yeah. Hopefully, what's his name? Not watching this video, but I think I'm gonna bring in Vettel. I like how Vettel is racing.
Good shout.
He has been qualifying pretty high up in the table. He has been finishing races pretty good, 6 seconds and stuff. So I like that. The hard guy to pass with the experience, and this track is a favorable track for him. So I feel like Vettel is the guy. I don't know who are gonna take out. I probably would take out. I'm between signs right now. Yeah, my take out signs. And let's keep it there. Having a but I feel like it should have one Ferrari.
Okay.
That is one Ferrari and the constructor, or you keep waiting the constructor?
Most like I imagine my constructor to Red Bull.
Yeah.
I had to go for Austin right now, and right now Red Bull fixing their particular problems and Ferrari.
I just feel like the problem with the Red Bull was expensive, boy. So
Yeah,
that's what
very
I think.
expensive, yeah.
And the good drivers expensive, so it's
If I
just.
could have find a way to afford, I could find a way. If you could afford,
They could afford it. There are some people do it, yeah.
yeah.
But
if you could,
the
pull
last
off
two
a
men
Red
are
Bull
actually, yeah, the last two men are to be the Haasman.
yeah.
You have to have the two Haasmen, and maybe the
If you could pull off a Red Bull constructor, Perez, Leclerc, Russell, you have a Red Bull team. And the rest can
yeah.
be
If so,
Right.
I was trying to do that, but if you had done it early on, you're set, because these price ranges ridiculous.
Yeah.
There was an FPL.
Well, you're saying that we till. Well, anyway, we ain't talking that right now, but yes.
No, because
Okay.
I'm watching some templates from people who have like all the Red Bull and a good extra 3, right? But you can't get it now. You really can't get it now because you're
Well-
short like 3 million or something like that.
Well, I think
But
I did
because
this.
They did it early. They did it real early.
Yeah, my
And
team
when-
3. I can't remember when I did this team 3, but look at our team 3. Leclerc, Perez, Sainz, Russell, Bottas.
Yeah, you can't do that now. You know, if you try to dismantle your team now to get that, it's almost impossible.
Yeah.
So
That's a good team.
Yeah.
Just the constructor, but I had no choice to,
'Cause even like Ferrari constructor, I mean, the Ferrari constructor went up what 5 million or something. It started at 20 million and now it's 25 something. So, and that's not the point, that's 25. It went up 5 more million.
Yeah, correct,
Yeah.
correct. Because let me see something. Let me see if I try to if I try to manage, let me see. If I get rid of that constructor, how much I have in the bank? Wow, 13. What can I do that?
Yeah, you can do
Alright.
Yeah.
Alpine not bad. I can't even get Alpine because I 30.9, right? Then it's Aston Martin, so it might as well.
You might as well, yeah.
I'm not changing that team at all. That's a good team.
I think my second team like that. I think I did some good moves in the second team. My second team, and I can't really touch it just because all the money invested in it and it locked there. So.
Alright, so what changes they made to Kevin? If you just want to tell us a little bit.
I went real big. Like, okay, so I had the 2 Red Bull drivers, the 2 Ferrari drivers, Bottas, and I think it was Williams as my constructor. I got rid of the 2 big players. I got rid of both Verstappen and Leclerc this week.
Wow. Okay.
Right? I went Verstappen because I wanted Red Bull. So my thinking behind that, Verstappen, yes, he getting podium, right? But he's 2 million more than the constructor, and the constructor scoring more than him.
Right. I get you.
Yeah. So I did a sideway move from Verstappen straight to the constructor Red Bull. Right? Leclerc. Yeah. Leclerc. I really wanted to get rid of Sainz, but I find that Sainz was he was a little more consistent. He getting 30s and 20s every single week.
Right.
If you watch Leclerc, his history, he get like 30 then 5, DNF won the last race, or 20s or something. In the earlier ones, he was getting like 50 when he was actually winning the first place. So I got rid of him, but that actually gave me to bring in 2 12-point something drivers, which was Alonso and Vettel. So those guys actually scoring 20, about 20 for the last 3-4 race weeks so far. So that was the thinking behind it. They were a little more consistent than Leclerc, and then just to save 2 million on the Red Bull constructor to Verstappen. And a second job Bottas, like he's like a points machine right now.
Yeah, he's doing really well. Right? Can.
Yeah, especially for the price and anything. Like if you sacrifice a little bit from Bottas, there's a big drop to his partner or to Tsunoda or one of those guys, which getting like negative points every week. So yeah, I didn't really want to drop to those guys.
Yeah. No, the best mid guys really right now is Bottas, Gasly, or Magnussen. Those are the best guys right now.
Magnussen actually not doing that's what Haas. He's not doing that great enough.
No, but
if you watch his history, right? Like the last 5 games, he getting negative. Schumacher actually get more points than him now. So.
Yeah, but he's the best option. I know, understand what I'm saying, but he's the best option. Yeah.
No, but even if he qualified, I think the last 2 things he qualified, but then he got DNFs and he got negative.
Yeah.
So it actually was a minus, yeah. So I did a quick like maths like yesterday. I took the last 3 game weeks and I just add up and then divide by 3 just to see the average scores. And he and I think it was Bottas partner. Both of them actually had a negative. Yeah, both of them was below 0. So yeah, so no, that's
Guan Yu.
Yeah. And I had it on my team. He was going good, He was going good,
Yeah.
He was going
so that's what I kind of using as a benchmark right now. Just the last 3. Also, if on the game itself, it have the little blue and orange for qualifying and for placing or something like that. So the top 10 for you get extra points for those. So I was looking at that as well, just to get a little bonus. So
yeah, right. That's true, Once you're constructor, if Red Bull podium again, that's true. That's how it's yeah, that's get bonus.
Yeah. And same thing for Vettel and for Alonso. I think they close to that as well.
Like I was saying, Vettel, that's a great shout for this.
The only thing I don't like about what I did there, now I was banking on 2 teams, right? So when they score big, they score real big. Now I have everything scattered, so I feel like it's just like covering my bases and I'll just be average. So it's just kind of difficult to continue.
Solid. All right, solid. All I do is I will mull on that because we have till Saturday to make up our mind what we do with our teams. I still have some thinking to do. I might leave my team. I might even fight up.
Yeah.
Because I think I will leave everybody I have so far decent. They just the Ferrari men had a backup. That's all. We just need Ferrari to do well this time. But if Ferrari do well, then George might finish fourth. So we do. So you see, we don't really want that.
I don't mind having Ferrari as a constructor and no Ferrari drivers. That might be a good cover. That might be a good cover. Sorry.
Yeah, that's decent actually.
Yeah, that was one of my plans of thought, but I couldn't get to it so easy.
Yeah,
If I use my wild card, I could probably do that.
Right. That's actually not bad. All right, well, guys, I want to thank everybody for coming through. It was a short one, straight to the point. Don't forget Sunday, we'll be at Island Bear. Well, I'll be at Island Bear. Whoever want to come through the Island Bear, doing a live watch along there for the Canadian GPs. You could join us on the stream, of course, at 2 p.m. And yeah, happy picking, guys. And we'll see you all in the next one. We're trying to do some FPL content very soon, some to preview the season, and of course to get some newbies prepped and ready for the new season. And of course, World Cup is coming up just now. We finally have all the groups, so we'll probably do something soon again on that, while as we try to preview the World Cup fantasy as well. So guys, have a good one, be safe, and we'll see you all in the next one. Take care.